Hello, welcome to the workshop. I want to show you 3 quick options to make a rip fence for your DIY table saw. After building the table saw in my previous video, we need to make it usable. We need to start by making sure that the tabletop is square to the blade. My top came from a scrap, so some of the edges looked like a beaver had chewed them off. Use a large square to check to make sure the front edge of the table is perpendicular to the blade. Mine was off about 3/16 of an inch. A couple of options for correcting this would be to clamp a straight edge on the table and use your circular saw. If it's only off by a little, sanding may be a better option. I decided to add a strip of oak to the front edge as it will get some abuse from the fence. You can see here how I use some scraps and some clamps to ensure a proper alignment. I just add a little glue and clamp the front edge in place. The first option is for a clamp-on straight edge. You can buy these at any of the big box hardware stores. You will need to use a square each time you cut, but it's an easy option that can be used for other things. In fact, I use this method during the build to cut my plexiglass insert. The next option is just a quick build from 3 scraps glued together in a U shape. As with the first method, you will need to use a square each time. Once built, you just clamp it to the tabletop. The third method is much more refined, like a true rip fence. Here I am using 3 pieces of oak to form a T with a brace that will function like this. I will pre-drill for all screws and countersink the heads. When trying to align parts perfect, I find it easier to clamp the boards close and now, with a little tension, lightly tap with a rubber mallet to get things perfect. When gluing and screwing a joint, install the screws so that they slightly protrude to act like alignment pins. This will help keep the pieces from moving around. Before drilling the holes in the cross piece, make sure that it is perfectly square. This is vital for a good cut later, so double and triple check. When you are confident that it's perfect, pre-drill your holes. After applying the glue, check again to make sure that it's square before screwing it together. If you are precise in getting your table square to the blade and building the fence, you should be able to get great results from this little DIY table saw. To clamp the fence in place, I decided to use a woodworking clamp that I already have a lot of. It's hard to show the quality of the cut in a video, but it's really close to what I can get from my large table saw. A good blade really helps. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.